everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. I hope you are all doing well. So this particular reading, if you are drawn to it, we're going to take a look at who is still thinking of you after all this time. So this is for those of you who have been in separation. I'm feeling more than a couple of years. You know, it could be over 10 years for some of you. It's a long distance and separation here. So no contact, no interaction with this person, but we're going to take a look at that energy to see who's out there still thinking about you after all this time that you guys have been in separation and apart. Maybe there's somebody in particular that you are drawn to as well, and you're still thinking about them. So I've got a bunch of decks that I am going to be taking a look at descriptions and possibilities, zodiac signs, letters, and just a bunch of different oracle messages. And hopefully there's something here that'll really tap into your person, your situation, for you to really feel like, okay, wait a minute, that really describes somebody I know, somebody that I've been thinking about, and they're thinking about you as well. So we'll start with the letters, guys, and see what comes through here. And of course, it is a general reading, so only take the parts of it that do make sense for you and release the parts that don't. All right, so let's grab some letters. It could be picking up off of your own name. It could be, of course, the person that you are thinking about. All right, I'm seeing the number 12. Excuse me. That could be December, okay? Or they're guiding me to choose 12 letters here, so I'll go with that. Let's see. All right, so we're starting off with P. We have T. We have K. We've got C coming through here. All right, so if any of those letters are already grabbing your attention, maybe there's something here for you. T, K, C, N, P. We have, if I can pick it up, we have a Y. We have M, okay. What else? We have V. Look at that, guys. We've got 2 P's coming through. For some of you, that could really be significant. Maybe you and your person both have maybe first names that start with a P. Either one of you could have a name that's got 2 P's in it. Or that could be someone's initials. Okay, 2. Let's see what else. All right. We have an R. We have a D. Let me get one more. One more letter for the collective. Look at that. We've got double V coming through. So again, first names could both represent the letter V. That could apply to the 2 P's as well. I'm guided to pull just one more here. And we have F represented here. All right, guys, so play around with those letters. You know, it might not come through right away when you're first watching this reading. You can always go back to it if, you know, you recall something about a particular someone that's really speaking to you here. So 2 P's, we've got T, K, C, N, Y, M, double V, R, D, and an F. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at zodiacs. What's coming through here for the collective? Who is still thinking of you after all this time? I mean, the letters alone could already be giving you an indication of who this person is. So zodiacs could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I've gathered up a few decks here, just zodiac signs. So we could certainly have 2 people who are the same sign. Okay, so Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's see. Who is still thinking of you after all this time? Sagittarius. Pisces. Who is still thinking of you after all this time? Taurus. We've got Aries coming through here. Let's see what else. We have Capricorn, okay. We have, look at that, we have double Aries represented here. That could mean something for some of you. We've got Cancer represented as well. I'm guided to pull 3 more cards here. We've got Aquarius, okay. We have Gemini represented as well. Let me grab one more here. Oops. Okay, hold on. Too many came out. Just one more. One more. And we've got double Capricorn. So some of you guys, you're either the same sun sign, okay, or you both have a particular sign that's significant in your chart. All right, so that's what we've got. So we're now going to grab some other messages here to give us an indication of who is this person, who is still thinking of you after so many years, after all of this time. I'll be pulling from my Sugar and Spice Oracle here. So maybe something about the physical connection could be significant. Let's grab some insight from this deck here. So this is a little naughty, a little nice. Let's take a look and see what presents itself. Who is this person still thinking of you? What's the situation? Somebody might really love caramel here. So it does say, you know what they say, right? Too much of a good thing can be bad for you, but not when it comes to us. You can pour yourself all over me every second of every day. I love how sweet you are inside and out. You can wrap me up in your arms whenever you want. I'll be forever content as long as we're together. Wow, a very sweet love coming through there. This person still desires you. Okay, let's grab maybe 2 more cards here. We have Scotch Bonnet. I knew I shouldn't have crossed the line. I knew this intense heat and passion between us would get my ass in trouble, but you are so worth the burn. For me, whenever I see that, it could represent somebody who crossed boundaries. You know, it could have been a third party there. This is somebody who had extreme attraction to you. The passion, the intensity of the chemistry, certainly the physical connection. But something happened here. And more than likely, it created a tower moment. Let me grab one more from this deck. Who is still thinking of you? It could be a third party. If it's not a third party, it certainly is somebody who is incredibly attracted to you still. They remember perhaps the intimate moments that you guys had. We also have Carrie. I want to spice up your life with my one-of-a-kind, vibrant personality. Let me be the one to brighten that beautiful smile, to add excitement and an intense flavor to your days and nights. One taste of me and you'll want more. I'm kind of feeling this instant attraction for some of you guys. And again, the physical chemistry is presenting itself here. I know I said I was just going to pull another card, but I'm guided to one more. Somebody might love Carrie, that particular spice, having a vibrant personality. Something very nice about their smile or how you smile. They really love that about you. Last one, we've got pomegranate. Okay, so this one says, you've had my heart right from the start. I'm good for you. You're good for me. That's all you need to know. I love you. So who is still thinking of you after all this time is somebody who really is very attracted to you. And again, for some of you guys, it could be a third party that's still thinking about you. They're still magnetically pulled your way, you know, but again, if it was drama, if it created a tower moment, you know, that might not be the ideal situation to return to, but we are tapping into somebody that's still thinking about you, even though it's been many years perhaps. So yeah, that applies to some of you. I feel it. But I'm also feeling that you could be in separation from somebody that you still love, that you still care for. And, you know, maybe circumstances, life happened, you guys went your separate ways, and they're coming through in this reading to let you know that they still love you. I'm going to add to that. I'll be pulling from my Infernos and Icicles Romance Oracle here. Who is still thinking of you after all this time? They still love you. They still want you. They're still attracted. the passion, the chemistry. You guys were good for each other. All right, what else? This particular card, it's got an excerpt from a song by Katy Perry. It's called Self-Inflicted. So it says, baby, you are the weapon I choose. These wounds are self-inflicted. I'm going down in flames for you. So that kind of reminds me, similar to the Scotch bonnet energy, knowing that lines were going to be crossed, but they did it anyway. You know, they knew what the consequences were going to be, but they still did it. Lines were still crossed. This is the next card. Look at this, guys. We've got the burning bed. So it literally says threesomes, casual hookups, third-party drama. So for some of you guys, and of course that will not apply to everybody, but that seems to be a situation, a person that is coming through in this reading for some of you guys, and they're still thinking about you. So even though they're not with you, even though it wasn't the ideal situation because it created some drama there, and possibly again a third party situation that created a tower moment, there's still something about you, the connection. They still feel it. They still think about it. Look at the next card though. We have I love you. Some of you guys, the person that you love, somebody that feels perhaps that you are the one that got away, especially if you guys are in separation because they either moved on to somebody else or thought the grass was greener on the other side, or it could have been on your part where you felt, you know, that you needed to be with somebody else. However way it worked out. This is somebody who is not with you at this current time, but they're still thinking about you, and they're coming through in this reading to let you know that they still love you. Let me grab, I'm guided to 2 more cards from this deck here. Let's see what else. Yeah, somebody had commitment issues here. Jump ship. This lover had a tremendous fear of commitment. When things started to heat up, they're out. You know, so they could have been great as far as, you know, the physical chemistry, being intimate with you, all of that wonderful stuff. But then when it came down to commitment, when it came down to maybe telling each other, I love you, then they kind of had cold feet, perhaps. So they're coming through in this reading, letting you know this now. All right, let me grab one more here. One more for the collective. Who is still thinking of you after all this time is somebody who had commitment issues, but now they regret that perhaps, and, you know, feeling it. It's like the one that they let slip through their fingers, their life. Hot stuff, too hot to handle it. Okay, this was definitely a pretty intense connection. You know, maybe I'm feeling for some of you guys, it was just overwhelming passion, overwhelming attraction. To the point where you couldn't even think clearly, you know, and for some of you guys, it just developed into, unfortunately, a challenging situation that involved a third-party situation. That is what we're getting there. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot here to clarify what we've already seen. All right, so third parties are coming through. 2 people who are in separation, but they still love you, and maybe you still love them too. Somebody who had commitment issues. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please. For the collective, who is still thinking of you after all this time? We already have an idea. Nine of Pentacles, financial independence. I feel the person that's thinking about you, when you guys went your separate ways, you know, maybe they dedicated a lot of their time towards their wants, their needs, whether that was towards another person. Maybe it could have been their finances, their career. So they know what it's like to be independent of the partnership, not being with you, having everything that they could possibly want. But the one thing that's not there is you. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, look at that. 6 of Cups. This is definitely a past influence, somebody that you used to be with. They remember those good times that you guys have had. And 6 of Cups can also reflect off of their desire to reconcile. But we cannot ignore this. Definitely a Tower moment that created an upheaval, some chaos, some drama, the separation, you know, and whenever we see that, you know, whatever the foundation was at the time that you guys were together, it completely crumbled when you guys went into separation. So there were definitely some red flags there, and it could have had something to do with other people. We see the Five of Wands, the competition. It could have been, you know, rivalry when it came to love, romance. There could have been, you know, somebody that was either married or taken. Divine Feminine, you're coming in as the Queen of Swords, candid, quick-witted. You probably set up your boundaries when it came to your masculine. You know, you weren't going to allow yourself to be in a situation where you were either taken advantage of, made to feel like you were not somebody's priority. And so you probably did cut out a masculine out of your life if they just treated you like an option, or if other people were in the picture. Now, for those of you who still love this person that's thinking of you, they are clearly thinking about you. You're thinking of them more than likely, which is why you're drawn to this reading. This possibly could indicate the reunion that you guys might have later on down the line. Part of the reason why you're both still magnetically pulled towards each other might also have something to do with the fact that this could be your twin. Four of Wands also represents the 1111 time or number. So if you happen to be running across that, that could be an indication of your twin flame really thinking about you at that time. All right, what else? Look at that. We've got the Sun. Some of you guys could be Leo. You could be thinking of Leo. So when they think about you, and I mean, look at the energy of the Six of Cups. We've got the Sun right there. So when they think about these happy memories, it really brightens up their day. It brings a smile to their face. You know, all the happy times that you guys have shared. And it's so fitting that we've got the Judgment right here that is followed by the Two of Cups. I feel this person is wanting to return, wanting to talk to you, wanting to perhaps apologize for their role in why you guys experienced a Tower moment separation to begin with. So if they're wanting that reunion, they know that whatever those red flags represented, that needs to be talked about, that needs to be addressed. There's something here, there's unfinished business, and they want to be able to come back to fix it, because at the end of the day, they still care for you, they still love you. They see you as the one that got away. You are the one that they want to be with. We've got the Three of Pentacles coming through. It's interesting that we've got the Queen of Swords right next to it, because I have a feeling from my feminines, that's exactly why you might have ended things with your masculine, if they just had one foot out the door. You know, if you felt that they just were not giving you everything that they could possibly give you in the relationship, if they were not meeting you halfway, you know, or if they just seem to have lost interest. Okay. Look at the next card. We've got the Ten of Cups, divine love, a very special connection for sure. And I feel this could be, you know, perhaps a lost love, a past love that still wants to experience that Ten of Cups type of life and connection with you. They're happiest when they're with you, but they also made some mistakes in the past. They still picture this happy ending, so to speak, between the two of you. Nine of Cups. They still wish for this to happen. They still have this idea in their head, in their heart, that you guys can possibly work it out. But at the end of the day, it does require two people to be on board, you know? Let's see what else. Page of Swords, curiosity. This might be a masculine who really is curious. You know, they're wondering, if I were to resurface in my feminine's life, would they even be open to talking to me? Would they be able to forgive me for things I've said or things I've done? Whatever the Tower represented, if it was cheating, if it was infidelity, a third party. So I feel there's somebody here who is clearly still thinking of you, again, after all this time, and they're curious, how would things be if they were to reach out? Would you even be open to talking? Or would you just turn away and just not even be interested? So they think about that. Divine Feminine, here you are. So I can't help but feel that there is a masculine who still loves you, who still cares for you. They really are wondering, you know, can we have a second chance here, or is it too late? And then we've got the Temperance, we've got the Star right after that. So we've got Sagittarius, we've got Aquarius, we've got Taurus coming through, all sorts of signs. I feel that for some of you anyway, peace can be restored in the connection, but it's going to take a lot to get there. It's not going to happen right away. Healing will take time, conversations, unfinished business, all of that needs to be addressed. But I do feel that this person that is thinking about you, they still wish to be a part of your life. If you especially have been thinking about them as well, you know, this could be some sort of synchronicity, some sort of sign why you were directed to this reading. You know, maybe for you to know that that's what they want as well. And maybe it's just giving you a heads up that this is on its way to you. That this might be a wish that can manifest itself for some of you guys. And we've got the Ace of Wands, growth potential. For some of you guys, I do feel that there is still the potential for things to ultimately come back together, even though you have been apart. I feel whoever wants to return and be a part of your life again, they know what it's going to take in order for things to work out this time. And if you're open to what it is that they have to offer, then perhaps you guys can still have your happy ending of the 10 of Cups and a wish that can manifest. That is what I've got. All right, guys. So hopefully if you resonated with this reading, I do hope that in time you will find that things are able to work out between you and somebody that you care for and love. All right, guys, if you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below in the description box. I will, of course, link all of the decks that you see here down below as well. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care.